Welcome back, everybody. Today is going to be a special video for three reasons. One, just as a reminder, there is still a Gold Pass and Event Pass giveaway going on right now. All you have to do to enter is be subscribed, like and comment on this video, and there are two more videos after this where you can win too. I will announce the winner about 24 hours from when this video drops. Good luck to everybody. Number two, I have got some sick replays from Tribe Gaming as well as some Town Hall 14s and 15s that are 3-starring Town Hall 17s, and that's what this is that you're looking at right now. That's pretty insane. And then the third reason this is special is because I'm doing the 10,000 subscriber Q&A. I've got a whole bunch of the most popular questions written here to the side, and I'm going to answer a lot of those questions and give you guys some shock lore throughout this video. So I'm going to have to pause and break as I'm telling stories because I don't shut up and I yap forever. So we're going to push play. We're going to watch Norman attack. He's got the Minion Prince, the Queen, Warden, Royal Champion, and he is going to 3-star this base with 60 balloons. And by the way, this is the only time this base was attacked in war, which means nobody scouted for him. He didn't know where the traps were. He didn't know where the CC was. He didn't know anything. He was the first person to hit this base. He didn't get to practice at all, right? So that adds to how impressive this is. Anyway, a lot of people, a lot of you guys, by far the most asked questions were what I do for a living and kind of what started to get me into YouTube and if I do YouTube full time, kind of that genre of questions. So I'm going to give you guys kind of my backstory about how I got into YouTube, and that's going to answer all of those questions kind of all at the same time. But in order to understand why I got into YouTube, you have to understand what I do for a living. I own an auto detailing and window tint, like a car shop. And during the summer months, it is very busy. I'm working probably 60 to 70 hours a week, it seems like. And then during the winter, it slows down a lot. And basically what you do if you're in this industry is you work a whole bunch during the summer and you save up a bunch of money and you kind of just vacate and have fun and just relax during the winter. But I can't do that. I cannot be idle and be lazy. It drives me absolutely crazy. I have to be working or doing something. So YouTube was kind of an outlet for me, a way for me to do something productive, or what felt like productive to me, right? It's a video game, so maybe decide if that's productive or not. I think it is. During the winter months, when it's slow. By the way, this winter has been much busier than last winter was, which is unfortunate because I was kind of excited to get really into YouTube and streaming and stuff, but man, we really haven't slowed down that much, which is good, but unfortunate. Anyway, so that's why I really got into YouTube. I've got a few employees that kind of help me out here at the shop during the day, and I kind of just step away from them and I tell them, hey, shut up and stop working for a little bit while I record videos. So every once in a while, you guys will probably hear like vacuums or pressure washers or something like that going on in the background. And unfortunately, there's just not a whole lot that I could do about that because that's what pays the bills, right? So obviously, that's much more important than this. By the way, sick attack from Norman. This is crazy. I'm going to take a quick pause right here. I will dive into another. So Norman's a brand new Town Hall 15. And he 3-starred this Town Hall 17, which has all of the ricochet cannons, all the merged archer towers, and both fire spitters. So just insanely impressive. But I've got another replay where we're going to show an attack from a Town Hall 14, 3-starring a Town Hall 17. So I'll be right back with that. All right, so this is Atraiu. He's been on the channel a couple of times too. He is still a Town Hall 14. So he has not gone on to Town Hall 15 just yet. And he is here against this Town Hall 17, which has all 3 ricochet cannons, all 3 merged archer towers, and both fire spitters. So he's attacking 3 town halls up, which is just wild. So I'm going to push play, and then I'll talk a little bit more about why I got into YouTube, or maybe how I started a little bit. Anyway, a little over a year ago, actually about a year ago, I joined a clan called the Hog Pit, and it was the most competitive clan by far that I've ever been involved in up to that point. Before then, I had been in mostly casual clans where people farm a lot. They do have wars, and they took it seriously, right? But it wasn't at a higher up level or anything. And I started to kind of get that competitive itch and maybe wanted to take it to the next level. So I looked for a clan. That was the one that I ended up in. And I really, really enjoy learning as much as I can and diving in and also sharing what I learn and teaching other people. And I started to do that a little bit within the Hog Pit. Like I remember I did a little masterclass type thing on Zapquake Root Riders for a little bit. And we had some people in the clan show up and I was helping them learn that strategy. And I really enjoy that kind of stuff. By the way, his Fling Flinger gets wrecked and he still 3-stars this. So that was kind of what I just really have always enjoyed doing, that kind of thing. I feel like I'm a fairly good teacher and I'm able to share complex information in a simple way where people can digest it And I feel like that's one of my strengths. And so I really like doing that. And they were definitely the reason that I got into YouTube. I kind of always wanted to do it in the past, but they were the ones who finally were like, you just need to get a channel going and do it. And the leader, Paul, he's kind of the one who really helped me get the channel off the ground. So a huge shout out to him. He definitely helped me a lot at the beginning of of YouTube and everything. Anyway, now that we kind of know why I started YouTube, that was back in May, by the way. So this channel is just about 6 months old, a little bit older than 6 months old. And it's crazy to me. And Paul was actually the one that I sat down with, and we discussed, like, where should I be at by the end of the year? And he's like, you should set a goal that's hard, right? But also be realistic. Don't go crazy. And so we decided 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year would probably be a realistic goal. And we crushed it, thanks to you guys. So you guys have been incredibly supportive. I really honestly appreciate all the subscriptions, the comments, the likes, the questions, the criticism, everything like that in all of the videos. I do read most of the comments. Unfortunately, due to having 2 kids, I'm married. And so like when I get home from work, I try to pay attention to them, and I'm not online all the time. And then at the shop and stuff, I'm not able to get to all of your questions and things in the videos and stuff. So don't think I'm trying to ignore you on purpose, or I think I'm better than you guys. I've got to allocate my time where it's most important to me, which family is definitely the highest on that priority list, right? Man, these guys are nuts. I don't understand it. Like, by the way, there were some Town Hall 17s that failed on this base. So, a shout out to Atraiu. He's OP. Let me show you some attacks from Tribe Gaming, and then I'll answer some of the other questions that don't have to do so much with YouTube and my career and everything. All right. I've got some replays from Tribe. Now, I've heard different casters pronounce this name differently. Is it Nebrax or Nebrax? I've like heard people say it 2 different ways. Somebody tell me. I don't know, okay? Yeah, so I'm not even gonna try and say it. Nebrax, whatever. Somebody tell me below, is it Nebrax? Anyway, let's answer some more questions. What is the most expensive car I've ever detailed? We have had a 2022 Aston Martin DBS Leggera in the shop several times actually for different things. And with all of like the carbon fiber wheels and options and things that he's got put into the car, it's probably worth about $250,000 roughly, somewhere right around there. It's a pretty sick car. It sounds cool. It's fast. It looks so sick. Man, I'm totally jealous every time it's in here. I almost just don't want to give it to him when he comes to pay. How long have I been playing Clash of Clans for? Honestly, I've been playing for, a long time actually. So this is definitely a no-no, but I think I started playing Clash of Clans. I'm like Mormon or LDS, and I actually started playing while I was like on my Mormon mission. Like for 2 years, we go out and it's like the Jehovah's Witness, right? You knock on doors and you teach the gospel or whatever it is to random people. And so you like learn another language and stuff. You're in a whole completely different country, actually, and you're not supposed to play games while you're on your mission, but I totally did. I was a bad missionary. But that's where I started playing. And just kind of kept playing from then. But as soon as I got to like a maxed out base and I felt like I had all of the tools offensively available to me, that's when I started really getting into the game and taking things a little bit more seriously. So that's kind of that. Let's go ahead. We'll pull up another replay from Tribe and we'll keep answering some more questions. All right, we've got another attack from Tribe Gaming. This one is actually using the throwers, which is kind of cool because I've definitely been pretty outspoken about the super witches just being better than the throwers, which I wholeheartedly believe, by the way. So let's go ahead. We'll watch these guys. We'll use the throwers. Now, let's get to the next question. What is the most ridiculous thing I believed in a kid? Man, I thought about this question quite a bit, actually. And I think the answer that I'm going to give is probably that you have to go to college in order to like be successful. It feels like, I don't know that anybody actually said that verbatim, kind of like that, but that's definitely, if you grew up in the United States, that's the feeling and the sentiment that you get going to school here. Is people tell you you've got to go to college, you've got to get a degree. This detailing and auto tint or window tint business that I have now, I started with just a few $100s in the back of my little Dodge Neon. A little piece of crap car. It had like 200,000 miles on it. It was a beater, huge dents all over it. It looked like crap, but I literally took the back seat out, stuck a little water tank back there, a little teeny electric pressure washer with a tiny generator, and some little cleaners and stuff like that. And I started actually detailing out of that car while I was going to college. And then after about a year, I was analyzing how much money I was able to make an hour doing detailing. And I was like, freak, why would I go to school if I can just do this and be kind of like my own boss and have fun doing it that way? So just doing that out of the back of my car is kind of what blossomed into this business, where I was able to get into a home, start a family, have some employees, have some free time. And if I had finished going to school, I would have graduated with my bachelor's degree about a year ago. And this is such a better option. Now, this goes into the next question, actually, is what advice would you give younger viewers 20 and under? You can absolutely be successful and go to school. I'm not saying school is a scam. Whoa, my camera froze. But I'm saying you don't have to do school. What advice I would give to somebody 20 years old or younger is just put all of your effort into whatever you decide to do. Don't drag your feet if you're going to go to school. Don't drag your feet if you're going to try and start a business. Don't drag your feet if you're going to just try and start a job at a company and work your way up 20 years. You can be wildly successful if you do any of those three things, as long as you put your best foot forward and don't just become complacent. Always try and become better. It's insane. I don't think you guys realize how much potential you have as a person if you put your best foot forward. If you really try and improve yourself as a person, and this is going to get really preachy and emotional, maybe, I don't really know. But you guys, you have the capability of accomplishing great things if you just put your mind to it and you do a good job and you care about what you do. That's another important thing, probably, is finding something that you enjoy doing and care about and are passionate about, because you'll want to try and be motivated to try if you do it that way. Anyway, like an old dad now, giving you guys advice. All right, probably the last video that we're going to watch is from Kronos. He's going to be doing a rocket balloon fireball attack. I feel like I've answered pretty much all the questions. Obviously, if I answered every one in this video, it'd be 5 hours long, and I don't think anybody wants that. So I'll answer like 2 more things, and then we'll watch this replay, and then we'll call it good. Hopefully you guys learned enough about me to, feel okay with how I answered things. But next question. I'm assuming this person's in the Savage Stars Discord, because I don't know if I've ever talked about this in my server or on YouTube, but they want to know about my crazy diet. Tell us about your crazy diet. I have been pretty anal about the way I eat and stuff. I don't eat any sugar, no artificial sweeteners, no artificial dyes, no seed oils. I avoid most dairy. I'll drink milk if it's from a farm, but I don't like the milk from the store. I'll do butter and like Greek yogurt and stuff, but nothing that's like been processed or anything. Just for health reasons, right? Just want to be healthy. It's a lot of work. It really is. Like, if I'm tired at the end of the day and I'm hungry, I can't just pop something in a microwave, right? I can't just make myself a meal or go out to fast food or something. There's no options for fast food for me. So I still have to just make my own meal from scratch. It sucks and it's a lot of work. I meal prep sometimes to help make it a little bit easier, but I'm sure 20 years down the road, I'll be really grateful I did this. And then the next, probably the last question I asked, what are some of my hobbies? I would say most people would consider me a pretty boring person. I don't have very many hobbies or very many things I like to do. Clash of Clans is literally the only video game I play. I did play StarCraft 2 for a long time, but I haven't played that in years. I don't play very many sports. I do like to go to the gym and stuff. I'm a very obsessive person. I don't know why it's just getting laggy. And the hobbies that I do have, I get very, very into, and I become like obsessive a little bit, right? Like almost like YouTube, where like when I started the YouTube channel, I watched hours and hours on how the algorithm works. And I have a friend that has a YouTube channel, and I talk with him a lot. And I have watched lots of videos on how to edit and how software works and how things, and because it's kind of the same thing with Clash of Clans, right? I become really obsessive with Clash of Clans, and I really like to learn it at an in-depth level. Same thing with like my diet, right? I can't just do anything halfway. I've got to just go nuts or nothing at all, because I'm a very extreme person, I guess is probably a good way to say it. And because of that, I don't really have very many hobbies, because I feel like it's hard to have very many hobbies if you're like me as a person. You just don't have the time for it, because the things that you do, it takes so much of your time. So most days I wake up, I work, I try and squeeze in YouTube while I'm at the shop because this is, by the way, this is an office at my shop, this background here, so that I don't have to take time away from my wife and kids when I'm home. I go home and I usually, like maybe the gym, but yeah, really don't have, and honestly, I'm fine with that. I honestly, I would say I am kind of a boring person. I don't really need a huge social life or to get out and do a whole bunch of crazy things. I do have a side-by-side that I take my son out on all the time. And he loves that. That's a lot of fun for both of us. I live in southern Utah, so there's a lot of national parks and empty land around. So we could ride that thing around for miles and miles, and there's never an end to new trails and things like that. So I guess that would be my hobby, maybe, is taking kids out to go do that. And that's a lot of fun. Well, again, huge thank you to all of you guys for supporting me up to this point. Man, huge thank you to everybody that's helping me in my Discord. I know I've been kind of AFK recently, but work's been so busy. I wasn't anticipating work being this busy this late into the year. So like Yendor and Natro, shout out to you guys. Shout out to Savage Stars. They've been incredibly supportive. Even when I 1-starred last CWL because I forgot my fireball. And that'll do it. I will see you guys next time.